Hello, my name is Sherrod, and I am the managing member of Innovative Immigration Law and the global head of our talent-based migration services. We find that this is a very important initiative that we're getting off the ground right now. Well, not getting off the ground, but really advertising more than we have in the past. And what the idea is that there are a lot of people around the world, especially in countries where it's hard to get a visitor visa to come to the United States, or job opportunities, that are taking great lengths to come to the United States, whether it be by coming through the border on the southern border or the Canadian border, or by significant investment into the United States using the EB-5 category. If you're unfamiliar with the EB-5 category, that is the investment vehicle that you can use to obtain permanent residence in the United States. It usually features at least $1.5 million, well, about $1.2 million of investment. And then there's a lot of fees that come on top of that, including dealing with your professional service providers, business plans. And then even after you obtain the EB-5, you're still required to keep at least 10 American jobs going in order to keep the visa without conditions. What we're doing is we're introducing two things. One is we're introducing the concept of using talent-based migration to come to the United States sooner and with less investment than the EB-5, and certainly more safer than going through the border to come here. And the second part that we're introducing is we're doing this on kind of a contingency program, which means that once you pay the legal fees, if we are unsuccessful in getting the talent-based visa for you, then there is a program, there's a plan to resend the fees. Like, we'll give the fees back based on a certain type of schedule if you want to continue going, or if you want to kind of close your losses and then go the other way. So I'm going to introduce my screen now so we can see kind of what we're talking about. So Innovative Migration Services is specific for our people that are looking to obtain permanent residence at different places around the world. But of course, we specialize in the United States. So the idea is we charge a set fee to which we try various avenues to get you to permanent residence. Because a lot of times what will happen is you'll have a consultation with an immigration lawyer and they'll try to figure out one pathway that works for you, when there really might be three pathways that are worth trying. And depending on the officer that you get, it gives you a better chance. Because a lot of times clients with the resources just want results. And it saves a lot of time, sometimes years, just trying all those things at one time, is what we specialize in. So if somebody comes to us and they're looking at migrating to the United States quickly, what we do is we file a couple of applications. We'll file immigrant applications and also non-immigrant petitions. And the reason we do both is because the immigrant petitions take a long time to get physical access to the United States, while the non-immigrant visas get you access much quicker, especially using the visa category that we do, which is the O1 visa. So I'm going to go into there now. So the O1 visa is a talent-based visa for any industry where a person has risen to the top of their field. And we are very good and proficient at making these arguments because it's kind of the only visa category we do besides P1 for athletes in the non-immigrant category. So that's why we are very confident in using this program under the O1A or O1B, depending on how the background of the candidate looks for this, to get great results. With the O1A and O1B, you can obtain approval using premium processing in 15 days or less if everything goes fine. And then oftentimes there's very short wait times for O1 visas in countries where there usually is a long list, a long time to wait. And it's something that we can actually look at. Let's see, if this still works. And even in places where the wait time for O1 visas is a little bit longer than we like, we're usually very good at getting an expedited appointment. So if we're looking at this, they don't even have it listed for interview required things for O&P visas. Wonder why it's not listed at all. Let's try, what's another city? All right, so see here. If you get an interview waiver, you can get that within a single day in Shanghai. And even for these, when they say 73 calendar days, we can get those expedited using our methods for the consular issues and moving those up. Just curious. See if this one's better. All right, so it's still not listed for those. So that's something we have to look into. But we haven't had any problems going into the portal and getting interviews within the month, especially with our relationships that we have with our congressional people. All right. And then so we'll file O1 visas, even visitor visas. We'll file whatever category of non-immigrant visa makes sense to get you physically into the United States as fast as possible. After that, or actually at the same time, we will also file for your talent-based immigrant visas. In this case, there's two that we work with. The one is the EB1, extraordinary ability. That's similar to the O1A as far as arguments, but it comes with the ability to change over to permanent residence. So the idea is you file for that and your O1, you get approved for the O1 visa, come to the United States, and then from there, once your EB1A is approved, or you can add premium processing to get it approved quicker, that will allow you to do adjustment of status to where you can stay in the United States while you apply for your green card, wait for advanced parole, and then you can go. What about my family members? That's a great question. So the O1 visa, you can get O2s and O3 visas for family members, sometimes even O2s for extended family members that are not immediately parties for you. So uncles and aunts and things like that you might work with in your business or your talent, or that you can make the argument that you do. Then you can apply for them for O2 visas, O3 visas for immediate family members, and get everybody in to the country, and then to start working on your adjustment. And like I said, we try. Oh, the other part that we would do on a talent base is, if it makes sense, is to try an EB2 national interest waiver. This is a version of the EB2 where you do not need a job in the United States to make these arguments. It basically says that you have a skill set that is wanted by the United States, and therefore you should be permitted to stay even without having a job offer. And there's certain industries that get pushed for this, like right now, data science, artificial intelligence, and computer science are huge points of emphasis with the Biden administration, that they will look favorably upon EB2 national interest waivers in this category. But since we're trying the O1s, we're trying the EB1s, we're trying the EB2s, there's just such a high likelihood that there's going to be success, especially with how hard that we're working. And then in the case that none of it works, that's when you start looking at the schedule to see if you either want to continue or if you want to rescind fees. But the nitty gritty of how that is available to us once you do a consultation, we do executive consultations that are paid just to make sure that the people that we're doing business with are serious, because we're serious attorneys and we are putting a lot of effort into all of these visa petitions that we're doing. So it's like we have a set fee. We try all the options that we can to get it together. The client is responsible for filing fees for the various avenues that we take. And in the event, unlikely event that nothing works, there is a schedule that where you can either recover fees or keep your fight going to have a great life in the United States. And that being said, I appreciate your time today to listen to this new exciting initiative that we're pushing to the market. And we hope to work with you, your family, your clients soon. Thank you very much. And we look forward to hearing from you.